Now at 9, President Donald Trump seemingly called for the arrest of 6 Democratic lawmakers. We have the details.
Also, a Muncie woman starts a sensory gym. See what this means for her family.
Cole Dance Academy is getting in places for its annual winter recital. See how this can jazz up your holidays.
And see what Ball State students are thankful for this Thanksgiving.
I'm tracking a foggy evening and rain chances for tomorrow. NewsLink Indiana starts now.
Local news about local people, live from Ball State Unified Media. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Amelia Winter.
And I'm Tatum Harris.
President Donald Trump has called for the arrest of Democratic lawmakers who urged service members and intelligence officials to disobey illegal orders that might be issued by the administration. The president was referring to a video posted on social media this week by several members of Congress who previously served in the military or intelligence community. In the post, they urged service members and intelligence officials to, quote, refuse illegal orders, end quote. In a post on Truth Social today, Trump referred to it as, quote, seditious behavior, punishable by death, end quote. The 6 Democratic lawmakers released a joint statement vowing they, quote, will not be intimidated, end quote. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche said yesterday the Justice Department would look at the lawmakers' actions, calling their video, quote, disgusting and inappropriate, end quote.
Muncie is getting a one-of-a-kind gym. Happy Hideaway Sensory Gym is coming to the community. NewsLink Indiana's Ava Lenz has more on the story.
It may look like just another construction site, but behind all the hammers and power tools is a new sensory gym built with one goal: creating a welcoming, inclusive, and supportive space for all children.
Here in the community, and this is genuinely going to be a safe place for kids to come and be who they are and express themselves in beautiful and unique ways.
After the unexpected passing of her daughter Brooke, Crystal Atlick was determined to honor her memory by bringing the gym to life.
So Brooke's passing had a major influence on this. She was so excited to come work at this gym. So it's really put a fire under me to get this going and not give up.
Having support from the community makes this gym possible for Atlick to open. With the help of family and friends, the gym can give every child a chance to feel accepted and be their true selves.
I think too, the most beautiful thing that I don't think people see yet is just the support that the parents are going to have when they come here with their child. Like, they're going to know that they're in a safe and inclusive environment. They're going to make friends.
In Muncie, Ava Lenz, NewsLink Indiana.
Yeah! The Happy Hideaway Sensory Gym is set to have their grand opening December 1st. If you would like more information about the gym, visit their website at happyhideawaygym@gmail.com.
Cole Dance Academy Studio in Muncie is gearing up for its annual winter recital. NewsLink Indiana's Lauren Bell takes us inside the studio as students prepare for the big night.
Inside the Cole Academy Dance Studio, there's a kind of magic you feel before you even see it. Laughter from the youngest dancers, determination from the older performers, and a whole lot of meaning in every movement. With the winter recital just weeks away, everyone is here focused on making every practice count. Let's go on in.
For 77 years, Cole Academy has been known for its elaborate recitals and competitions, with around 300 dancers performing this year ranging from 1 to 18 years old. Most classes begin learning their routines in October, building the foundation for what will become a wonderful winter recital.
Our theme this year is joy. All of our songs are centered around joy and cheer and just having lots of fun and enjoying the season.
Behind every routine is a different kind of work, growing stronger, bolder, and more confident.
There are a lot of important aspects to learning choreography and just dancing itself. I think it helps to build strong, confident people, not only as adolescents, but as they're growing up and going out into the world.
For the dancers, that confidence comes from teamwork, something that shows up in every rehearsal.
If somebody does something wrong that the teacher doesn't see, we're also close enough with each other where we can correct each other.
And over the years, those corrections have turned into friendships.
I've grown up and watched some of the girls that I dance with grow up, and I'm leaving this year, so it's kind of different, but it's I feel like that they are my family, and I feel like that's a really big part of Cole Academy's atmosphere.
One of the reasons the community has voted Cole Academy Muncie's best dance studio for 4 years in a row.
As the countdown to recital night gets closer, the energy is building in the studio, in the dancers, and in the families cheering them on. What starts as simple steps and music becomes something meaningful, a memory they will carry long after the final bow. In Muncie, I'm Lauren Bell, NewsLink, Indiana.
Cole Academy is now entering their final weeks of rehearsal. The winter recital will be on December 19th at 6 p.m. in Emmons Auditorium. To get more information, you can check out their Facebook page at Cole Academy of Dance. And with this cold weather we've been having, it would be perfect to go to the show.
I totally agree. Nothing sounds better right now than a winter showcase. And right here on campus at Emmons, that's perfect.
Amazing. Close, local, and warm.
Exactly.
Very nice.
Yes.
We're going to have a look at the weather with Aaliyah.
Thank you. Let's take a look at some current temperatures outside. Right now in Muncie, 46, 45 in Anderson, and 44 up in Marion. If we take a look a little more statewide, those temperatures are in the upper 40s, even 50 degrees in Terre Haute. Over the next 12 hours, that temperature isn't going to decrease very much due to high cloud cover we have this evening, with our low only being 45 degrees. Now here is what we are tracking tonight. We are tracking rain for tomorrow, some weekend sunshine, and a cold front coming in next week.
Ball State Student Success Coaching held a Thankful Thursday event for students. NewsLink Indiana's Dylan Chestnut went there to find out what the students are thankful for.
With finals week and the holidays approaching, sometimes us students need to slow down and stay mindful of what we are thankful for.
I am thankful for, one, being able to have the opportunity to go to school, and just the people around me and the support I get from Ball State faculty, staff, and my friends around me and my roommates, and just being thankful for life at college.
Underclassmen may be thankful for other things than faculty and friends early in their college career.
I'm really thankful for my family and support, mostly my parents. They've seen me through like a lot and all this transition, so being the freshman in college is really difficult for me to like miss them and not see them.
This is important at the beginning of a season, which can be dreary for many. According to the University of Michigan, roughly 37% of students struggle with some sort of depression.
Don't give up on yourself. Stay encouraged, be brave, and believe in yourself. Have faith in you.
In Muncie, Dylan Chestnut, NewsLink, Indiana.
Hopefully, this is a reminder for you to stay thankful during this season.
Coming up, see how a new study tracks fluoride's effect on childhood development.
Then, therapy dogs are allowing inmates to rehabilitate and learn valuable skills while in prison. Stay tuned for more.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip, to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Julie was always a voracious reader. She'd carry 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Welcome back. Typical levels of fluoride in community drinking water do not impair cognitive abilities and may even boost them. That's according to a new study published yesterday in the journal Science Advances. Using decades of test scores from nearly 27,000 Americans, scientists found students with full childhood exposure to recommended fluoride levels scored higher than those with no exposure. The data showed no signs of cognitive decline later in life. The study challenges claims sparked by a recent government study that linked fluoride to lower IQ. That report focused on extremely high exposure, more than double federal limits, and offered insufficient data on typical levels.
A new study shows the consumption of certain ultra-processed foods is growing everywhere around the world, and that is contributing to the worldwide obesity. Dozens of global experts in nutrition examined the widespread use of UPFs and its impact on global health in a series of reports. Recent clinical trials have shown UPFs lead to a person eating an additional 500 to 1,000 calories a day, compared with a diet of minimally processed whole foods. Researchers say ultra-processed foods are highly profitable for the companies that produce them. The study found these companies spend millions of dollars to fight government restrictions and pay on UPFs and pay nutritionists who say there's no evidence of harm. While global experts want limits on UPFs, critics of the research say the recommendations go too far and are not supported by current evidence.
An innovative program in Chicago is pairing dogs with people who are in custody. Inmates help to train dogs in basic obedience and get them ready for adoption. The inmates gain something too, essential life skills. Behind the chain link fence and barbed wire, detainees at the Cook County Jail are busy training man's best friend. The dogs come from local shelters, but most are given standard obedience training, making them better candidates for adoption. And while the dogs and the program have minimal costs, the value to the agencies, community, and the animals and the people in custody is extraordinary.
Stay tuned after this break to find more about the rain chances tomorrow.
After his wife passed, my neighbor Larry started drinking a lot. He was in distress and acting out. He had guns around, and I didn't want anything bad to happen. I pressed pause. Our local authorities filed a firearm restraining order to temporarily remove the guns. It gave Larry the time he needed to get help. It wasn't easy, but we got through it together. Learn more at illinois.gov/pause to heal.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. We're going to take a look outside of that live camera on top of Cooper Science Complex. You can see that sky right now is filled with clouds. We have overcast skies this evening, and they will continue into tomorrow morning. Looking at some current temperatures, right now Delaware County is in the mid-40s, but if we take a look a little more statewide, they are slightly warmer in the upper 40s and even reaching that 50-degree mark over there in Terre Haute. Now these dew points are nearing our actual temperature outside, which is going to cause some fog to lay over this evening. So you definitely want to keep that in mind if you are traveling later tonight or even in the early hours of tomorrow morning. We are sitting at a temperature pretty similar to what we were experiencing yesterday, and you can see most of our surrounding areas are also in a temperature increase, just slightly of that temperature yesterday. Now, like I said earlier, with this cloud cover, those heavy, thick clouds are going to trap that heat down to the surface, so our temperature range from high to low temperatures today into this evening is not going to be very great at all, with a low of only 45 degrees, so very similar to that high temperature for today. Lots of clouds out tonight and a calm wind, so that is not an issue for tonight or tomorrow. Starting the day off at 8 a.m., we do have slight rain chances. That coverage is very minimal, though. However, it is going to pick up as we go into the afternoon and even more when we get into the evening. At noon, it'll be 50 degrees and then 52 by 5 p.m. with that peak coverage of 80% of the Muncie area seeing precipitation around that time. Let's look into this precision cast. 3 p.m. on Friday, lots of cloud cover. That storm system is going to come up from the southwest and start affecting us tomorrow evening into the early hours of Saturday morning. Luckily, it will clear out in the later morning of Saturday, leaving us with some much needed sunshine. And that's the same story for Sunday as well. Lots of sunshine, which is really needed due to this muggy and dreary feeling it's been giving outside with the cloud and rain and fog. Now, although this rain may come as a bummer for your Friday night plans, we do actually really need that rain. We are still in an extreme drought here in Muncie. We have only observed 0.8 of an inch of rain for the month of November, while typically we do see over 2 inches. So we definitely need that precipitation to add to our totals for this month and help alleviate that drought that we are experiencing. Now, I know I said those temperatures are more fall-like right now. However, the next 6 to 10 day temperature outlook is favoring us to have temperatures below average for this time of year. And we actually do have a cold front coming in next Wednesday into Thanksgiving morning, and models are favoring a very chilly Thanksgiving weekend and Black Friday. So maybe keep that in mind if you are going shopping. Starting off the weekend with rain and fall-like temperatures. Saturday, 51, partly cloudy skies with sunshine coming in the afternoon. Sunday, sunny skies, 56 degrees, so a warmer temperature as well on Monday. We do have a slight chance of rain on Tuesday, but then like I said, as we get into Thanksgiving and Black Friday, those temperatures are getting into the 30s with lows below that freezing point. So I'm pretty bummed going home. It's going to be so cold.
Me too, and I have a 4-hour commute.
Yes,
so
me
I'm
too. Yeah.
You do too?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's going to be a lot of inside time with family.
Yes,
Staying
for sure.
warm, fireplace, inside. You know.
Yes, definitely some good Thanksgiving holidays inside though.
Yes.
Yeah, right? Nice and cozy.
Yes, well, thank you so much,
thank
Aaliyah.
you.
There's lots more to get to on NewsLink Indiana. Jake Dickman has a preview of sports.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing we do to keep us focused.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game?
To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health.
Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need to keep your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We can't play about our future or our finances. Make moves, set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up, stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things. This is pre-tirement.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff.
You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Jake Dickman with sports. Apologies for those technical difficulties. After a season filled with honor after honor, multiple members of the Ball State women's volleyball team were given several MAC awards today. Sophomore Carson Tyler was named the MAC Player of the Year, marking the 4th time a Cardinal has earned that honor and the first since 1999. Tyler wasn't the only award winner for the Cards, though, as junior Lindsey Green and freshman Reese Axness were named the MAC Setters of the Year. And finally, head coach Kelly Miller-Phillips was named MAC Coach of the Year for the 3rd time in her career after a conference best 17-1 record. Keeping things in Worthen Arena, the Ball State women's basketball team is off to a flying start. NewsLink Indiana's Emma Deaton is live from the nest with more about their latest game.
Thanks, Jake. Well, we are live at Worthen Arena after the Hometown Hero Night game has just ended. The 2025 reigning MAC champs are now 5-0 on the season. They protected the nest tonight and sent the Cincinnati Bearcats home with an 83-63 road loss. We saw a standout performance from the Cards right in the first half. The first 2 quarters, the Cards were holding a 10-point lead, and then after halftime in the second half, the Cardinals nearly doubled that. The Cardinals are ranking nationally in multiple areas, and tonight they really put that to the test. Leading scorers were seniors Bree Salenbian, and then also Tessa Powers had a standout performance as well. The Lady Cards have already put themselves on the map, and while they've already managed to make a name for themselves this season, I think that they're going to continue to do that. Next up, the Cards will take on Illinois at home on Monday at 6:30 p.m., looking to go 6-0 for the season. In Muncie, Emma Deaton, NewsLink, Indiana.
Thanks, Emma. Passing things to the gridiron, Ball State football is heading to Ohio to take on the Toledo Rockets. The Cards currently sit at 4-6 on the season and are looking to win their last 2 games to become bowl eligible for the first time since 2021. Bowl eligibility would also make head coach Mike Yerimovich the first-year head coach in Ball State history to become bowl eligible. The Cardinals will look to lean on their defense, led by senior Nathan Voris, on Saturday against the Rockets. Voris is currently tied for 3rd in FBS in sacks with 11, which puts him 2 back from tying the school record. Kickoff is set for 2 p.m. on Saturday in the Glass Bowl. Taking things to the diamond, the MLB has signed new broadcast deals for their upcoming seasons. The league has struck 3-year media rights deals with ESPN, NBC Universal, and Netflix. NBC Universal takes over Sunday Night Baseball and will also carry the postseason wildcard series. The MLB.TV service will now be sold by ESPN, which also gets a new package of midweek games. And Netflix has secured the rights to the Home Run Derby, the season's exclusive opening night game, and the Field of Dreams game. How about those Lady Cardinals going 5-0 to open the season? MAC champions last year. What a great start. I hope they can do it again.
I know, amazing. And I just can't wait to see them do it again, like you said. Can't wait.
It sounds like we have a really stacked team right now, and honestly, hearing about those freshmen makes me so proud of my class.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with volleyball over here, but I'm like, yes, freshmen killing it, love to see it.
And all the awards they're winning too, amazing.
Four different awards for the MAC is amazing, including MAC Player of the Year for Carson Tyler. That's just amazing to see.
I know.
Especially as a sophomore too.
Yes.
It's a big deal.
It's great representation for Ball State sports and athletics as a whole.
Yes, very, very impressive. Yeah, but thank you so much, Jake.
Of course.
Coming up, Brianna Brayru has your campus coverage.
And we have one final look at your weather.
My son Ricky took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me in ways that I never knew that I could be broken. And I contemplated suicide. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe. Store your gun securely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan. Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. My name is Brianna Baru, and this is your campus coverage. Once a year, Ball State University invites its students to the Study Abroad Fair, allowing students to learn more about the opportunities surrounding them. Ball State University hosted its annual Study Abroad Fair. The room was full of booths featuring their own faculty as well as other organizations, all eager to help students study abroad.
Here at Ball State, we have over 200 different programs students can choose from. Again, some internships, some more academic focused. All just kind of depends on what the student wants.
From studying abroad to financial aid, the fair made sure to cover all of the doubts many people have about the program, allowing students to talk with advisors and learn of all the current opportunities they can sign up for, as well as how to plan, afford, and schedule them into their school year, answering the questions many often ask.
We also do some affording study abroad sessions. We know study abroad has this stereotype of being incredibly expensive, and it is not true. It does not have to be anyway. And so we have an affording study abroad session where we break down the costs, how we can find cost-effective programs, scholarships available to students, how their financial aid package works, things like that.
On Monday, November 24th, there will be a 101 Study Abroad info session if you missed the fair. It will be held in the Rinker Center at 3:15 p.m. Where would you guys go if you were going to study abroad?
That's a good question. I think I would go to Europe, but specifically like Belgium and like Amsterdam and explore all the towns and shops and cities.
Yes.
What about you?
Well, I've been to Europe. I went
very
to
cool.
London and Rome in high school, and I went on a school trip, and it was amazing. So I think that would be awesome. I think my dream trip would be in Spain.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
I would love to go on the Greece trip they're having in fall 2026. I'm very excited. I signed up at the fair.
That's very exciting. Well, thank you so much, Brianna. And we're going to have one final look at your weather with Aaliyah.
Let's take one last look at that 7-day forecast. We do have fall-like temperatures coming in this weekend into the start of the work week. Tomorrow is 70% chance to rain, that peak coverage coming in the early evening for tomorrow. Sunshine for your forecast on Saturday and Sunday. Another chance of rain on Tuesday, and then starting that Thanksgiving weekend with some chilly temperatures.
That's
all
I can
right.
say.
I know. Start that fireplace early.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Aaliyah. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to tune in tomorrow morning at 8 for Cardinal Sunrise and their Thanksgiving special, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page and YouTube channel.
And for news anytime, anywhere, just go to cardinalmediabsu.com. Have a great night and stay safe.